then, but nonetheless, and the stars should align. So that is on Tata Consumer Products. That stock is up around 2%. That's the official statement, which is hitting the exchanges and on your screen. But let's get talking to our first corporate on the show. KPIT Technologies is the first company that we're showcasing today. The company has been selected by Renault Group as a strategic software scaling partner for next generation software-defined vehicle programs. To discuss more on the deal as well as the growth outlook, we have Kishor Patil, the co-founder and the MD and CEO of KPIT, joining in now this morning. Mr. Patil, hi, thank you very much for joining in. Just wanted to first understand the size of this particular deal as well as the duration.
Yeah. So good morning to you. Let me give a little bit of a background so you get a bit of more color to it. See, as we have been saying that most of the automotive companies are transforming into the new set of architecture for the vehicles, and most of them will transform into all the what you call the new features, electrified for sure, autonomous for sure, and but more importantly with the new architecture, which will allow them to really sell more services on the back of their vehicles to their consumers. So now Renault has taken that step, and they have reorganized their business, and one of them is what they will come with the Ampere, which is a software-defined vehicle platform or a separate company, which has some other investors like Qualcomm also. So while they are going on this journey, I think they were looking for different partners, and one of the important part is, of course, the software partner for building an platform as well as the integration of this through the production cycle. So that's where KPIT comes in place, and it is our estimate that about 600 plus engineers will be deployed on this. The production program is in 2026. So as we start from now, this program will continue through 2026. So that's how it looks like. Typically, 600 plus people we will scale by Q2 of the next year for us. And roughly, we cannot exactly say, but this will be a 3-digit deal for us. That's how we see it.
3-digit deal. And, just wanted to understand the progression. Hyundai and Renault were disclosed as key clients for Technica. You acquired Technica, of course, in September. So is this a natural progression of that acquisition? What was Renault as a client, of Technica, and now hence a client of KPIT? Does that work like that?
It is, we were in talks earlier. We were engaged with Renault earlier. But certainly Technica brings certain special, expertise to KPIT, which allows us to, reconfirm our leadership and also provide more opportunities to engage. So certainly that's a part of.
Okay, so have you increased your offering to Renault? For example, are you cross-selling and hence getting a larger amount of revenue from that particular client?
Absolutely. This is if you can look at we go into the details of the announcement. Basically, talks about it is all across. It is across the domain. It includes the middleware part, operating system. So it's a absolutely full encompassing deal, which is required for bringing a new generation car.
So, if you could, give us a sense of how big the cross-selling opportunities could be. Say, for instance, Technica did 100 crore for Renault. With Technica being with you and KPIT additionally, could that go to, say, 115, 120, 130 odd crores? Just the quantum of cross-selling.
No, we will not be in a position to do that, and it is too early first. And the second thing is the way we go about acquisitions is we integrate them very quickly, offerings. So we work more as a one team. So I think it's very hard to do that. But naturally, we will cross-sell these services to almost every client KPIT has, and naturally all the KPIT services we will sell to all the clients which Technica has, which are a part of T25. So our strategy is very clear about T25, and basically it is going deeper as well as wider. So I think from that perspective, we'll absolutely cross-sell and go deeper.
Okay, all right. So it seems as though acquisitions is the big theme today. We were just discussing Tata Consumer and the potential acquisition of Bisleri and Technica on your end. Anything more in the pipeline when it comes to inorganic initiatives? How much do you have set aside in terms of cash or debt in order to probably grow inorganically?
I think we are not having any targets for any inorganic thing, and I think we have enough on plates. I think we did some very high quality acquisitions in last year also. So we would now, our focus is basically to drive and accelerate inorganic organic growth through the services or offerings which we have got through these acquisitions. And KPIT itself has the largest offering and very broad offering. So as we see, we are in a very a prime position to do the SDV deals. So last time I mentioned to you that 5 out of 7 engagements which are going on, KPIT is engaged. Now it is 6 out of 8. So I think we have a fair share of our business, and that will continue. So I think we are not necessarily looking at any acquisitions.
Can we hear from you on Hyundai? I mean, that was another important client of Technica. You got Renault.
See, client-wise, we will not be in a position to talk about it. And this is, these are not necessarily very, our basic strategy. We do all the disclosures as soon as it happens. It is all about the T25 clients. Wherever we go to the clients, then we make the announcement. So I think you will hear when it comes. I think there is nothing specific about it. See, when people talk about the client list, it is even some engagements, etc. They are covered. So it is not necessarily that we go after it.
Okay. So just leave us with a broader sense in terms of the deal pipeline, because there are some headwinds which are emerging within the entire IT space in the US. But particularly for KPIT, you have a guidance of around 23% in terms of revenue growth, margins of 18.5% to 19%. Are you maintaining that? And can you just throw some color in terms of what the deal pipeline and demand might be looking like? Any headwinds there?
Absolutely. I think last time I mentioned that it is the strongest pipeline we have. And I also mentioned that time that there will be 2 mega deals, which are also as a part of the pipeline. It doesn't mean that we can close everything. But the good part is the generally concern, and rightly so, is in this economic environment, how, and specifically in Europe or how this kind of a deals can materialize. What this actually brings out is 2 things. One is specifically automotive clients have prioritized their spending into software-defined vehicle, which is very critical to them. So basically, that is a point number 1, and that is they are not compromising on that. They are cutting the cost somewhere else, but they are maintaining their spend, and that is one. And KPIT is really in a prime position because if you look at it, we were not working with Renault earlier. So in a T25, this is an addition. So bringing a significant engagement to a new client, that basically reiterates what we have been talking about, the environment and KPIT position.
Okay, all right. So we're going to leave it on that note. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that is definitely an opportunity where there is a new deal which is won by KPIT Technologies from Hyundai. And that, yes, automotive companies are probably rearranging their spend, looking at technology in terms of the spend and probably curtailing it somewhere else. So that's the word coming in on KPIT Technologies. We need to take a short break, but on the other side of this break, Mohan Joshi of Steel Strips Wheels will join in to discuss the